đi về Boston mà ở một ngày, một là dọn đi tiểu bang khác.
This is 90.9 WBUR Boston, 92.7 WBUA Tisbury, and 89.1 WBUH Brewster. Also online at WBUR.org and on the new WBUR Listen app for iPhone and Android. WBUR, Boston's NPR news station. Syria's president stands accused of using chemical weapons on his own citizens last week. So what are we to make of President Obama's national security advisor and what she said earlier this year?
We were able to get the Syrian government to voluntarily and verifiably give up its chemical weapons stockpile.
Some explanations coming up. This is All Things Considered. I'm Lisa Mullins. The future of refugee resettlement after the U.S. airstrikes in Syria coming up as well. A recent move by Congress to strip the Federal Communications Commission of the power to protect internet privacy has provoked outrage, and some states may try to weigh in. Phil Brown had trouble convincing investors his company could build a natural gas power plant without releasing carbon dioxide into the air.
They thought we were nuts. The look that comes across their face at that moment is like, this guy is deluded.
Brown's first of its kind experiment coming up this half hour. It's now 6:01. News headlines are next. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Herbst. In Alabama, legislative sources say the state's governor, Robert Bentley, plans to resign later today. This as a state legislative committee began hearings that could have led to his impeachment on allegations stemming from his relationship with a former advisor. NPR's Debbie Elliott has more.
This is a complete turnaround from Governor Bentley's position as early as last Friday morning, when he maintained that he had done nothing illegal and he was refusing to step down. But increasingly, state Republican leaders had called on the two-term Republican governor to call it quits rather than put the state through the embarrassing process of going through all the sordid details of what had been going on.
NPR's Debbie Elliott. Bentley has been booked on 2 misdemeanor charges resulting from the investigation into the affair. Neil Gorsuch is now an associate Supreme Court justice. In a ceremony at the Rose Garden at the White House today, his former mentor, Justice Anthony Kennedy, administered the judicial oath. Before that, Chief Justice John Roberts administered the constitutional oath. President Trump says Gorsuch has a big job ahead of him.
Our country is counting on you to be wise, impartial, and fair, to serve under our laws, not over them, and to safeguard the right of the people to govern their own affairs.
With Gorsuch as the newest member, the court returns to a conservative majority. Federal communications regulators are moving to formally and permanently stop considering whether to allow phone calls aboard airplanes. NPR's Alina Selyuk reports the possibility drew overwhelming opposition when it was proposed in late 2013.
It's hard to find a person without an opinion on this. Should people be allowed to use cell phones while in flight? In 2013, the FCC under then Chairman Tom Wheeler became a culprit in this debate. It proposed to relax rules that regulate the use of telephones aboard planes. The move was largely technical. Wheeler argued it simply gave airlines the choice to use the latest technology. Transportation regulators and the airlines have the final say. But the outcry to the FCC was intense, hundreds of comments in opposition. The new FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, is now moving to formally take the plan off the table. He's seeking an agency vote to terminate the proposal. Alina Selyuk, NPR News, Washington.
Wells Fargo wants $75 million back from its former CEO and community bank executive. This over the scandal that led to millions of unauthorized accounts created in consumers' names. The bank's board of directors also blamed the most senior management for creating an aggressive sales culture. Wall Street slightly higher by the closing bell. The Dow up 1 at 20,658. The Nasdaq up 3. The S&P 500 up 1. This is NPR News. This is 90.9 WBUR in Boston. Good evening. I'm Lisa Mullins. A group of lawmakers in Rhode Island wants to legalize marijuana and get the program up and running before Massachusetts does. Backers of recreational pot say there's enough support in the legislature to approve legalization. A state rep behind the idea says if lawmakers act now, then Rhode Island could have a new source of tax revenue in place ahead of Massachusetts. Summer construction on Commonwealth Avenue will force Boston commuters to alter their travel plans. Starting in July, workers will replace the ComAv Bridge over the Mass Turnpike. The State Department of Revenue make that transportation will close ComAv from Kenmore Square to Brighton Ave for 3 weeks. Highway Administrator Tom Tinlin says drivers are going to have to rethink their normal routes and avoid the area.